Greetings, chief diplomats of a universe, architects of reality, and guardians of sacred balance. Libra, you're the only sign of the zodiac represented by an inanimate object, an instrument of measurement. This is your frightening power and your greatest tragedy. You are the tuning fork by which the entire world is tuned. But now, in the first days of January, your inner pendulum is swinging dangerously fast. The festive haze has cleared, revealing the harsh framework of reality. Do you feel this mental exhaustion? It's not just post-December fatigue. It's an allergy to compromise. For too long, you've been smiling, smoothing over rough edges, and being convenient for everyone, sacrificing your true opinion for the sake of a lesser world. Now, in the icy silence of January, you hear a ringing in your ears, the sound of a taut nervous system. The astrological picture of the month for you is a chess game with a grandmaster. Your ruler, Venus, is entering a zone of strict pragmatism. The era of rose-colored glasses and small talk is over. The universe no longer accepts your signature currency, charm, and compliance. It demands steel. January will bring you opportunities that will feel less like beautifully wrapped gifts and more like ultimatums. The space around you will crystallize. Relationships that relied on your politeness will begin to fray. Projects where you carried everything on your own so as not to offend anyone will collapse. And this isn't a catastrophe, it's a cleansing. The time of white noise is approaching, a period when all falsehood will be washed out of your life, leaving only the dry residue of truth. January 2026 will be a month of radical role shift for you. You will get a chance to escaping the peacemaker's position and take the place of the judge who rules the final verdict. But it's right here, at the start, that the main mental trap awaits you: analysis paralysis. This is your karmic demon. January will offer you a choice, a stark dilemma. And your first reaction will be predictable: freeze. You'll try to weigh the pros and cons, trying to find the perfect solution where both sides have their fill. You'll start endlessly replaying dialogues in your head, consulting, stalling for time. Remember, there is no perfect solution. The danger of January is that while you're standing gracefully with the scales in your hands, trying to maintain balance, the doors of opportunity are closing. The desire to maintain the status quo now is a path to defeat. Your diplomacy this month should be not a soft pillow, but a sharpened blade. Let's delve into the molecular structure of January. To understand how new opportunities will enter your life, you need to accept one uncomfortable truth: chaos is not your element, but it is in chaos that new order is born. For Libras, accustomed to symmetry and aesthetics, January may seem rough and unpolished, like an uncut piece of granite. But it is precisely in this granite that a diamond is hidden. The astrological mechanics of the month operate on the principle of cutting. Saturn, the great limiter and ruler of time, forms harsh aspects to your sun sign. This feels like a sudden cooling of space. You may notice that people have become drier, conversations shorter, and your usual methods of charm no longer work. Don't be alarmed. This is not a boycott. This is the universe removing unnecessary noise so you can hear the essence. The opportunity that is coming your way will not be wrapped in silk and velvet. It will come in the form of dry numbers, hard facts, or demands devoid of emotion. Psychologically, you will experience a process I call mirror breaking. Libras spend their entire lives looking at others as if they were mirrors, trying to figure out, who am I? Am I good? Do they love me? You adapt, mimic, and mirror your partner's emotions to create harmony. January 2026 shatters these mirrors. You will suddenly discover that you are physically repelled by this adjustment. You will feel cramped within the confines of others' expectations. This is the beginning of transformation. Opportunity will come to you through conflict, through disagreement, through the moment when, for the first time in years, you say a firm, cold no without feeling guilty. This refusal will be the key that unlocks the door to a new level of freedom and resources. Once you stop wasting energy on serving others' emotional comfort, you will see what a colossal resource lies within you. How will this opportunity physically manifest? This will be a proposal or situation that requires you to be a judge, not a creative or diplomatic agent. You may be asked to resolve a dispute, lead a complex project that requires impartiality, or make a decision that many will dislike, but will be the only right one. This could be a new position where you need to manage rather than befriend the team, or a new relationship format where there's no room for codependency, but a clear marriage contract and boundaries. Your task is to not be intimidated by this dryness. Libras often confuse coldness with a lack of love and structure with a prison. But in January, it's structure that will become your support. You'll be offered a foundation, not decorations. However, be prepared for the pain of peeling away your old skin. Your inner saboteur will whisper, "Be softer, smile, agree, otherwise they'll leave." This is the voice of the fear of loneliness. Silence it. January demands of you the aesthetics of the intellect, not emotions. Imagine you're playing chess. A grandmaster doesn't smile at the pieces, he moves them. Your new opportunity lies in the realm of intellectual dominance, legal matters, high technology, or art, but a strict, academic kind of art. You'll be given the tools of power, but you can grasp them only with clean hands, unshaken by the desire to please everyone. If you try to introduce personal sympathies into these processes, you'll lose. The instructions for this period sound paradoxical for your sign. Seek discomfort. If a situation seems too smooth, sweet, and complimentary, it's a trap. If, however, the situation makes you tense, requires you to mobilize your intellect, and makes you stand up straight, go for it. There's money there. There's growth there. There's your new reputation. January teaches you to be not nice, but authoritative. Experience the difference in the taste of these words. A nice person can be pitted or exploited. An authoritative person is respected. The universe is pushing you to the top, but the top is always windy and lonely. Are you ready to trade the cozy warmth of the crowd for the cool air of the summit? We're approaching the most painful point of January. Your main problem isn't a lack of opportunities. There will be plenty. Your problem is how you accept them. Libras live in a perpetual hell of perfectionism. You believe there's a perfect choice somewhere that will please everyone and bring maximum benefit without loss. You search for this option like the Holy Grail, weighing every microgram of risk. Listen carefully. In January 2026, there is no perfect choice. There is only your choice. The universe is putting you under severe time pressure. Imagine you're at a chess tournament and your clock is ticking. If you don't make a move, any move, even a risky one, you'll lose on time. The flag will fall. Inaction is now punished more harshly than a mistake. The psychological mechanics of this period work towards exhaustion through doubt. Every time you put off a decision until tomorrow to think it over, you're puncturing your energy reservoir. Your strength leaks through these doubts, like blood through a loose bandage. By mid-month, if you continue to hesitate, you risk reaching a state of asthenic syndrome, complete impotence and apathy. This is the price of your attempt to be good to everyone. Opportunity at the door requires sacrifice. To embrace the new, you must let go of the old. You can't enter a new door without closing the old one. Otherwise, there will be a draft that will catch a cold. How to proceed? You need to master the surgical excision tactic. The moment you face a dilemma, quit or stay, in a relationship or endure, invest or save, you must forbid yourself from seeking advice. Libras typically convene a council of elders. They consult friends, partners, astrologers, and their mother. In January, this is a fatal mistake. Other people's voices will create a cacophony in which you'll lose your own signal. Isolate yourself. Shut out external noise. The decision must be made in the icy silence of solitude. And once you've made it, that's it. The topic is closed. No what-ifs, no looking back. You cut the cord and look only forward. January will test your ability to tolerate other people's discontent. This is your maturity test. A new opportunity will likely be inconvenient for those around you. Your partner may accuse you of selfishness, colleagues of harshness, relatives of callousness. Take these accusations as applause. If they call you tough, it means you've developed a backbone. If they resent you for refusing, it means you've finally established boundaries. You're no longer clay, molded into convenient shapes, but marble. This is painful for those around you, accustomed to your gentleness, but it's a lifesaver for you. Your strategy for this period is dictatorship of reason. Emotions are a poor guide now. They're too unstable and tinged with fear. Rely only on logic, law, and self-interest. Yes, the word benefit often offends aesthetically pleasing Libras, but now it should become your motto. What benefits you personally in the long term? Not what is beautiful, not what is noble, but what is effective. If a project doesn't bring in money but brings status, consider whether you can eat status for breakfast. If a relationship isn't developing but is creating a habit, consider how much a year of your life is worth. Turn on your inner accountant. January is a time of dry numbers and dry facts. Be cynical. Cynicism is simply a healthy reaction of the intellect to the imperfections of the world. You made a choice. You've mentally cut the cord. And here's where the fun begins: the reaction of your environment. The fourth block of our immersion is dedicated to the art of holding your ground. As soon as Libras, accustomed to being comfortable and soft, suddenly develop a steely backbone and assert their rights, the world around you explodes. January will test your strength. Those around you, accustomed to your pliability, won't believe their ears. They'll dismiss this as a temporary hiccup, a whim, a bad mood. They'll try to force you back into the good boy or good girl mold through guilt, pity, or outright aggression. Your task in this block is to withstand the blow and not back down. This is initiation. If you retreat now, apologize for your harshness, and try to fix everything, you'll lose self-respect for years to come. Your main weapon in January is the aesthetics of rejection. Libras are esthetes in everything, even in war. There's no need to shout, smash dishes, or throw tantrums. That's vulgar and destroys your Venusian energy. Your refusal should be cold, polite, and as hard as a diamond. Learn to say no without excuses. Remember, as soon as you begin to explain your refusal, you've already lost. You're inviting your interlocutor to bargain. Kings don't make excuses. Judges don't apologize for their verdict. Your phrase shouldn't sound like the beginning of a discussion, but like the final chord. This doesn't suit me. I've made a different decision. The conditions have changed. Period. After this period, silence should follow. Your famous pause, usually used for flirtation, should now become a weapon of pressure. Look into the eyes and remain silent. Let the other person flounder in this silence, trying to fill it with their own excuses. Physically, this period may feel like a freeze. You may feel like your heart has frozen over. The tears of manipulators will no longer touch you. Other people's problems, which you once rushed to solve, forgetting about yourself, will now evoke only polite indifference. Don't be alarmed by this state. Psychologists call it healthy narcissism, and astrologers call it the processing of Saturn and Libra. You are building the supporting structures of your personality. Now you are not callous, but structured. You are learning to conserve your most precious resource, mental energy. January will show you how much energy has been wasted in the black hole of other people's expectations. As soon as you turn off this tap, you will feel a surge of powerful, balanced energy. You will have the strength to take real action, to focus on your career, to be creative, to earn money. The new opportunity we spoke of will enter your life through this very door, the door of your autonomy. As soon as the world understands that you can no longer be controlled, it will begin to negotiate with you. Serious partners will come to you, not those looking for a shoulder to cry on or table centerpiece, but those seeking an equal player. In business and career, this is a time for signing tough, lucrative contracts. In your personal life, this is a transition to a partnership between two adults, where each respects the other's territory. But to reap this reward, you must survive the Cold War period. You may be called arrogant. You may be accused of changing. Respond with an icy smile. Yes, I have changed. I've grown. Safety precautions for this period. Avoid gossip and backstabbing. Your new strategy is transparency and directness. If you have a complaint, voice it directly, matter-of-factly, and with facts. If someone tries to draw you into intrigue, leave the room. January demands that you keep your uniform clean. Any attempt to play a double game will now backfire on you. Your strength lies in the law, in rules, in clear agreements. Without a written agreement, there's no deal. Without a clear yes, it's a no. Eliminate all grayscale. Your life in January should resemble a black and white photograph. High contrast, crisp shadows, bright highlights. Novidai, we have reached the final stage of your initiation. If you have carefully followed this path, from the first block to this moment, You should feel a shift in your inner gravity. What yesterday seemed like a tragedy, someone's cold gaze, a rejection, the need for a tough decision, is now perceived simply as a condition of a task. You have ceased to be a piece on the board, moved by others' desires, and have become a player. This is the state of royal Libra, the sign in which Saturn, the planet of power, law, and time, is exalted. You no longer seek external support, no longer seek approval from your partner. You yourself have become the axis around which your world revolves. This is a state of loneliness at the pinnacle, but it is not the melancholy loneliness of the abandoned, but the proud solitude of a monarch who understands that responsibility for the kingdom lies solely with him. January 2026 is the month when you rewrite your constitution. You are abolishing old laws that obligated you to be nice, convenient, and conflict-free. You are imposing martial law on your borders. The new opportunity that is already on the threshold demands precisely this from you: clarity, legal precision in thinking, and a willingness to take a blow. Are you ready to accept this gift? Are you ready to take up this sword of justice, even if its hilt burns with cold? I know you are. Your nature strives for harmony, but true harmony is not when everyone is happy, but when everything is in its place. And sometimes, to put things in their place, you need to turn the table. To consolidate this transformation and put the final seal on your intention, we need a ritual. For Libra, the sign of air and intellect, magic works through words and documents. We will not light candles or whisper into the water. We will sign the iron contract with ourselves. Find a time tonight when you will not be disturbed. Sit at the table. You'll need a blank sheet of paper, preferably thick, high-quality paper. Libras appreciate aesthetics and a black pen. No pencils, only ink that won't erase. Divide the sheet vertically down the middle. On the left, write the heading "Canceled." On the right, write "Approved." In the left column, list 3 behavior patterns you're giving up forever. For example, making excuses for my desires, waiting to be chosen, tolerating discomfort for the sake of politeness. Write honestly, removing these splinters from your psyche. In the right column, write 3 new laws of your reality. For example, my no is final. I choose self-interest. I am the ultimate authority. When a list is complete, slowly, with full awareness, tear the sheet straight along the line. Crumple the left section, "Canceled," and burn it, or throw it in a trash bin outside the home, physically disposing of the trash. Sign the right-hand section, "Approved," at the bottom. Date and sign it. Place this sheet in your diary, wallet, or documents. This is your mandate to rule. This is a document that has legal force before the universe. Now that the agreement is signed, you must notarize it publicly. In the space of the digital egregore where we now find ourselves, your word becomes the activation code. Scroll down to the comments. This is your tribunal, where you pronounce your verdict. Write a phrase that will cut off all avenues of retreat. Let these letters become steel bars, protecting your new self from returning to the chaos of doubt. Right? My choice is the law.